wrestling fans? Welcome to this edition of Tag Team. I'm your host, Cesar Scorpio, alongside the Invincible Vincent.
Hey.
WWE review consists of not only Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, but a preview of Money in the Bank pay-per-view coming up. Let's get started here from the top. We had CM Punk make his return to WWE Raw. When he comes to the ring, blowhorn in hand, no less. And he left the crowd have it a little bit. What happens on that, E?
Well, he wants to make sure, first of all, that he doesn't get cut off like before. And he comes out and makes it known that he wants to have the contract signed and contract negotiation with Vince McMahon in right
when he's doing that, who comes out? John Cena.
I have opinions.
What do you know, Mr. I want my face out there.
I want to be involved in everything.
He comes out, says, CM Punk, you're back and reinstated now. You owe the company, blah, blah, blah.
By the way, you're welcome.
Yeah. And regardless, the Raw GM doesn't like it that too much. He says, bling, bling. John Cena, since you're already in the ring, you get to be in a handicap match against the tag team champions. Now, again, not a big deal for John Cena. I mean, the guy took out Nexus like this. Boop, boop, boop. That's it.
Yeah, so, taking out 2/5 of the Nexus.
Right. So, the tag team champs, oh, no, not the tag team champs.
Give it a tongue gun.
Beer money.
Not kick your ass last week.
Exactly. So, again, not a big deal, but again, point made. I mean, the guy's commissioner's the Raw GM's not too happy with it, so whatever. That ends up happening. John Cena ends up winning that match, and they move on from there. Next, Vince McMahon has announced that he's going to be in the house to do the contract negotiations with CM Punk. That gets good at the end. Raw, in general, was kind of bland here from the beginning. Yeah. Leaking in. It looked like they were trying to kill a lot of time.
Well, like, to be fair, like, usually the week that they're leading into a pay-per-view, they pump the pay-per-view, but the show itself isn't really all that. They kind of sort of play it safe a little bit. So this was no exception other than the part right at the very end.
WWE has enough superstars to be able to make some good matches in between that dead time.
They really should. They should drag up, in my opinion, they should take some of the folks over in Superstars. Let them come in here and throw themselves down a flight of stairs. They go hard. So
they do.
Let them do that.
All right, we did have a Divas match in this edition of Raw. I hate to say boring, but it was boring. We had
to look at, but
we had the Bellas ringside, which Jerry the King Lawler looked like a kid in a candy store watching the Bellas there. I don't blame him.
Think of anything to say.
I want Jerry the King Lawler's job. Jerry, too lucky. Anyway, he's ringside with the Bellas, and Kelly's in the ring with Melina, and everything seems like we've seen before.
Yeah.
Tushy rub there on the face, freaking leg drop, suplex. It's all seen before. Nothing, and every match seems to last 3 minutes.
Yeah, and it's like you gotta mix it up a little bit. Don't make it quite so predictable. I don't want to throw the words TNA knockouts at you, but I'm going to.
Gail Kim mentioned that this was very, very bland. It seemed like it was repetitive.
Too scripted.
And it's true. It is. WWE divas are not, they're great to watch.
Awesome.
It's like watching cheerleaders. But I tuned in to watch some wrestling. I'm not expecting, the Japanese women. I'm not trying to see that.
German suplexes all over the place.
Yeah, they're great technical wrestlers, but I'm not trying to see that when I'm watching women. True. Knockouts is just like the right amount.
Perfect amount of both.
Too much, too little, just... Pigeons!
Pigeons, exactly!
All right. After they decided to stop killing some more time, we had... Let's get cut down to the main event, just to save some time here. Main event, it was No Chance comes out here. Mr. Vince McMahon,
Chairman of the Wolf,
in his little prance. He actually comes out, doesn't like his ovation, goes back in, comes back out. The fans loving it. Vince McMahon coming out, makes his way to the ring, sits down at the table, and here comes CM Punk. CM Punk comes out with the contract of his own in hand. Vince McMahon offers his contract.
I want a jet.
Please sign it. We've done it all. And that's exactly what CM Punk says. No, I got my own contract.
I want a movie.
I want a jet. I want a movie. I want ice cream.
I want WWE ice cream.
He wants it all. So it seems as though he's talked Vince McMahon into going ahead and signing that agreement.
And apologizing.
Oh, by the way, apologizing to CM Punk in public, which he does in the ring, and he's ready to sign. Get this over with. Mm-hmm. He's already eaten crap, according to his words.
Exactly.
Crap sandwich. He's ready to get this over with and just sign it. What happens? John Cena again. Mister, look at me! Look at me! Look at me! I know I'm on your cup, but who cares? Look at me some more!
Something happening over there. Hold on, I'm coming over.
Wow. Yeah, John Cena makes an appearance again, stating that you don't got to sign this, Vince. You don't got to sign this. This guy's a terrorist. He's making you do this. And, yeah, bad idea. Because you don't get into a word match with CM Punk.
You will lose.
The only guy that can...
just back down Vince McMahon. What are you going to do?
The only guy that can match words with CM Punk, in my opinion, is The Rock. That guy, man, they should just have a debate.
Talk off.
A debate. Imagine this. WrestleMania debate. CM Punk versus Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
That would be sick.
You know what?
CM Punk.
I'd be interested. I'd tune in, but whatever.
That would be good, though.
This ends up getting ugly because CM Punk calls John Cena everything he came out when he originally came out that he hated. Underdog, no longer the underdog. He's the big fish. Yeah. He's the big dog.
He's officially the man.
He even went as far in Boston to call in his own hometown of Boston, Newbury, Massachusetts, John Cena, the Yankees. That got him a punch in the face for good reason. You don't do that in Boston. Yeah.
But guess what? And right after that, the entire crowd is chanting CM Punk's name.
They were totally behind CM Punk. CM Punk won over the crowd because, in all honesty, he seems to be the voice of the crowd. Talking about Lou Gallows, talking about Colt Cabana,
exactly.
All these guys that have been shunned off. We mentioned here before, WWE would be, there would be no other company if they didn't fire as many guys as they fired.
It's pretty much true. I mean, there's two things that they do. Seems like they take talented wrestlers just off the market. Sometimes they do something with them, sometimes they don't. And then later they just fire them, you know.
TNA has built a company, we've said this before, on nothing but WWE rejects. Everyone but Sting has been in the WWE.
Just about, pretty much.
Wow!
It's huge, you know.
And I mean, not talking about the X Division, but I mean, everybody else except Sting has been in the WWE. And WWE just seems to still find ways to mess things up. Blunders that they keep making. CM Punk touched base on that. Yeah. And said, I'm the voice for the people with no voice. And it's perfect. It's like, he mentioned he was a fan before he became a wrestler, and he still has the same mentality. The fan's voice. Definitely appreciated that all the way on CM Punk's bandwagon.
Exactly.
And it was sad to see tearing up the contract. Didn't like how the way things turned out. Vince McMahon very upset at John Cena for allowing that to happen. He almost had the belt secured, making sure it didn't leave the company. Yeah. But now, perfect setup for Money in the Bank. Now let's get started with the reviews. Now, Money in the Bank's, it's going to be pretty good. Short card, but action-packed card.
Yeah,
These matches are expected to be like 20 minutes each.
Yeah, it looks very, very stacked.
Yeah, 20 to 30 minutes. Let's go ahead and go down through the reviews, starting with Invincible Vincent, how he's never wrong. I'm excited to see what he picks, so I know to pick the opposite, so I'm not wrong. All right, first things first. Let's go over this Divas match. Kelly versus Brie Bella. Kelly is right now the Divas champion. Who you got?
Brie Bella.
Brie Bella. May I ask why?
No, you may not.
All right.
Twin Magic, that's why.
All right, next we have Big Show versus Mark Henry. Who you got in this one?
Mark Henry.
For obvious reasons. That guy's crazy.
He's huge.
Next we have the SmackDown Money in the Bank match. The contestants are Justin Gabriel, Sheamus, Heath Slater, Cody Rhodes, Kane, Sin Cara, Daniel Bryan, and Wade Barrett. Who you got?
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Don't look at me.
WWE Raw Money in the Bank. We have Alberto Del Rio, R-Truth, Jack Swagger, The Miz, Evan Bourne, Rey Mysterio, Alex Riley, and Kofi Kingston. Who do you got on that one?
Destiny. Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio.
Call him.
Yeah. Second to last, we have the Heavyweight Championship match. Christian versus Randy Orton. A lot of speculations here on this contract. No bad calls. I think he threw instant replay in there somehow. Who do you say is going to win this one?
Randy Orton.
Crimson? Oh, I mean, you said Randy Orton. Okay, cool.
Why you hurtful?
Last one. Main event. CM Punk, John Cena. Everyone wants to know. Who you got, E?
I'm calling it. I think CM Punk's going to walk away with the belt.
Ooh. He's going to walk away in the sunset. Not this belt. Similar to this belt. Walking away in the sunset. Got to see that, right? Now let's get over to the right answers. Here we go. Scorpio says, number 1, Kelly, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna lose.
Next one.
No, she's not. She's
Not at all. Next is Big Show versus Mark Henry. I'm going to say Mark Henry because he's a monster. He's out of control. He's unstoppable. Barring any kind of cheats from the Big Show, it's Mark Henry. Mark Henry's match. Next, Money in the Bank. I like to say for the SmackDown, I'm going to say Wade Barrett. All right, don't be surprised.
okay.
We got Raw. Thank you. Raw, we have Alberto Del Rio because it's his destiny. All right. Again, a third time. I mean, number 1 contender. Pretty T.O. that he didn't, John Cena said, I want CM Punk. I want CM.
Yeah.
John Cena, not rubbing people the right way.
Serious.
The Heavyweight Championship, I'm going to say Christian. All right. There's my upset special right
Yeah.
there. Christian. And because I use that as my upset special, even though it pains me to say, I'm going to say John Cena. Championship. There we go. Say bye-bye to CM Punk. He's going to go to greener pastures, TNA, and that's going to be it. All right, let's see if that happens. Even if it's not fruition, even if he doesn't go to TNA, expect to see him in a little vacation because he probably negotiated that in his contract that they taped up and redid. And there you go. So expect to see that. Whether it happens or not, don't bet the farm on it because, again, this is for entertainment purposes only. They're doing it in Vegas. But that's what we got. Lucha Minute, quick, just so you know. CMLL. Brought back Máscara Dorada this past weekend. Awesome. Great to see my boy back in Mexico, entertaining in HD as always. Hopefully he makes another appearance here next week. So you guys that didn't get to see it, get a chance to view it. Now, he's available also on YouTube. Check out CMLL Máscara Dorada. And there should be a little clip of the last match. It was a tag team match, but it was still a match. And he was still sick, as usual. From myself, Cesar Scorpio, the Invincible Vincent, thank you very much for watching. Remember, if you don't have a chance to see it, Money in the Bank will have live coverage on UnifiedWrestling.com and also a special review of Money in the Bank Sunday. So again, from ours here at Unified Wrestling, thank you very much for watching. See you guys on Friday.
Take care.